Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Prime Live. So, in the next few days, the Congress of Business and Economics, together with Factor Consulting, will be hosting an event here in Johannesburg. And joining me tonight, I'm delighted to be joined by Ahmed Seedat and Mr. Rashid Chopdat, who will be speaking more about the event. Gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to INX Prime.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Mr. Chinara.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Hafizah. Thanks for having us on the show.
It's always a pleasure, Uncle Rashid. I'd like to start off with you, Uncle Rashid. We know that the event takes place on Saturday at Aussie's Kitchen in Sandton. But before we go into the nitty-gritty of the event and what's going to be discussed, just in less than a minute, just tell us more about the CBE.
The Congress of Business and Economics is an activist business forum. It's almost 25 years in existence. It has built a reputation of an ethical body that serves the interests of the business guys, the small and the big guys. We kind of look at how we can assist people in many ways. We do policies, we help people with policy building, we comment on policies, we build context, and we also roll up our sleeves to help the business community to get out there and run effective businesses. At the same time, we kind of help them to get into contact with the relevant authorities and stakeholders in government and at provincial and national level. So those are our key priorities as an activist body.
Ahmed, I want to bring you in now. You're going to be hosting the business event taking place, inshallah, on Saturday. It's a very, very interesting topic that you'll be discussing, and I think it's something so important. But before we get to that, just tell us a bit more about Factor Consulting and what does the company do?
Factor Consulting started off as an internal audit practice in 2005. Presently, over the years, we've transitioned into a risk mitigation, which is called, and we implement governance in family-owned businesses, as well as mid-sized corporate companies. And we are there to, instill policies, procedures to make companies and businesses sustainable holistically and preserve wealth. Preservation of wealth, making a global difference.
Ahmed, now on Saturday you're having a very interesting topic, as I mentioned. It's breaking the third generational curse. We know family businesses probably last 1 or 2 generations, and then we get to the third generation and everything seems to fall apart. It's known. We've seen it in many companies, many organizations in our country and throughout the world. What made you choose this topic?
Over the past 12 months, we've seen a lot of failures in second generation and third generation businesses. And most of these failures have been simple things which families could do to ensure that their sustainability and everybody's on the same page. We chose this topic because we found that if we start educating our community, bringing awareness amongst the people around us, amongst the business community at large, people will start taking cognizance of the basics of what they have to do to ensure that their businesses move past the third generation curse. Over the past 6 years, since what we have been doing in South Africa is that we've been working with a lot of first, second, third, and fourth generation businesses. So what we've done is that we've taken the inherent issues and we said the underlying issues here are basic, simple stuff which everybody overlooks. And what we've done is that we've created content to come and impart this knowledge to those people that are attending on Saturday to ensure that there is harmony within their family and they know how to move forward and ensure that they preserve their family wealth and legacies.
Uncle Rashid, I want to bring you in here now. Based on what Ahmed has said, we know that the CBE plays such a big role amongst the business community. Partnering with Factor Consulting for this event, why did you find it so important, especially for such an important topic that will be discussed?
We feel that there was a need to help the current generation grow and build new horizons for the businesses. The country is at the up end at the moment. The we've seen this unemployment rate statistically the other day is extremely high. So we've partnered with Vector, believing that the business community would benefit from this event in particular, because I'm going to be giving them a lot of tips. And from the CBE side, we'll be able to connect the business guys or the business community with key stakeholders in government, in province, even at municipality levels as well. Also able to guide them to perhaps start new business or renew their current businesses. So basically, it's about helping them grow and develop new horizons.
Ahmed, coming back to the topic at hand, do you think the generational gap? We know we're dealing with a lot of Gen Zs, Gen Xs at the moment. Is the difference in the way they've been brought up, the way they were schooled, the way they went to university? How much of a role does this play in when they get into family businesses? Because the work ethic of, for example, a millennial or boomer compared to a Gen Z, what difference has this made when it comes to running family businesses, and also when it comes to the curse of the third generation?
Can I just top it up with a relish? The change of apartheid in South Africa, that has made a major difference as well. So if we add all of that into perspective, we have found that the education system has made a drastic, the education shifts before apartheid South Africa, post apartheid South Africa, the education of the elders, those that are Gen baby boomers, especially Gen Zs, Gen X, you find that, and the millennials, they all went through different syllabuses, or they went through syllabuses that were being implemented, and there were a lot of teething problems. But what we found during this particular period was the nucleus of the family, the value system of and the disintegration of the nucleus of the family that has been taking place. And this has had a major impact on family businesses' sustainability especially over the past 6 years post-COVID, because many families has disintegrated post-COVID. And what has happened is that when we found that working with these families and how they understand what business is all about, you find that the value systems are totally different from the elders, from their parents, from the surviving parent. And what we found was that the impact of education has been great. So what we have been doing over the past 6-7 years, we have been publishing books. Some are basic workbooks, some are actually manuals, and some of our books have been, go-to guides for family businesses to ensure that they're sustainable and they'll be able to bridge the gap. But what we've done is that we haven't gone on a close phase on getting smaller units of people in and speaking to smaller units in a setting, making it like a peer-to-peer session, and where these particular families that are coming through and these individuals that are coming through to our sessions are finding that they all have a similar requirement and how they get over the bar. And what we found was that from previous sessions, when you have the second generation bringing the third generation through, or the third generation bringing the fourth generation through to the events, we found that other kids that are coming through, mainly the third and fourth generation, they are finding that, there are other people there that have similar issues. So what they do is that they connect a network. And in that networking session, we found that many people have become, have accepted that we need to upskill ourselves in soft skills to ensure that our family businesses become, sustainable businesses.
Ahmed, thank you so much for your time. And before I let Uncle Rashid go, Uncle Rashid, for our viewers out there who'd be interested in attending this function, how do they go ahead and get tickets, or what's the cost, if any, and where will it be taking place?
It's taking place at the Aussie's kitchen in Wynberg, very lovely, cozy conference center. It's this coming Saturday. The cost is 250 a ticket. We can take a few more seats. If they can contact me, if I can give you a producer my number, and I will certainly do everything to facilitate their getting their ticket to them. If I can give them my number to you right now, or shall I wait for the producer?
Uncle Rashid, if any viewers want it, we'll actually pass it on. I wouldn't want to give your number over live TV. So we'll pass your number on, and we'll also have it on our social media pages for people, should they be interested in joining it. But to Mr. Rashid Chopdat and Ahmed Seedat, Jazakallah so much for your time. And to our viewers out there, a really, really important event taking place. I think it's such an important topic. And the way Ahmed and Uncle Rashid have mentioned it, what's going to be happening, and we do know it's a very different generation that we are dealing with now. And I think events like this make it so easy for a smooth transition from older generations to the younger generation who are the future. So yeah, if you are interested, give us a shout on any of our social media platforms, and even give us a call at the studio, and we'll put you in touch with Mr. Rashid Chopdat or Ahmed Seedat, where you can get your tickets for the event. We're going to take a short break now, so stay tuned.